Good day, Miss. Today I will present my final design project for the renovation of an old home in Laguna. To discuss the design brief, I will first discuss a short explanation about the client's requirements, activities, and their needs and wants for the house. So, a family of 8 bought a 60s home in Laguna to be their everyday home away from the city. Jerry and Elma have 6 daughters: Anna, Sophia, Abby, Maine, and Nicole, and Casey. Also, Lina, the household and maid for the family. They prefer to have a sustainable interior design where all the construction materials and furniture are eco-friendly. Also, they want to have an efficient and effective use of space in all areas of the house, and an ambience that creates a warm and a naturalistic interior with a lot of natural lighting, since the owners have a specific design concept and goals for their communal area and privacy area. They also request a home office, television area, formal and informal dining area, and a room for their daughters, since their new home is quite big and has a lot of open spaces. In my design brief, I create a table in each area specifying all their needs and wants as the family and as individuals. Starting in the entry port, powder room, lobby, and home office. This is the first room to enter the house. As you can see, it specifies the requirements in each area. Next is leading towards the living room, formal dining room, and a foyer and terrace. Then informal dining room, kitchen, and dirty kitchen, and also the maid's room and her toilet and bath, and the terrace area. Also, going to the second floor, it also specifies the stairs going up, then the master's bedroom, and the bedrooms of each sibling, and lastly, the balcony area. Next is, in my design thinking notes, I also create a table for the empathy, define, and ideate. It also specifies the bio note of the family members, made and wants as a family. Thus, some considerations that I want to use and highlight in each interior. And and from my initial consideration in planning the interior of this structure, the first thing is to create a sustainable design that incorporates environmental response into every stage of the building process, wherein it focuses on the design, construction, operation, and maintenance phases. And from that, it will seek to reduce negative impacts on the environment and also provide health and comfort for the occupants who will use it. And since it's an old house and the materials that applied there before are now damaged or too old already, by using this consideration for the design concept of the interior of the structure, I can assure that all the areas of the house can adapt to the changes of the spaces and the environment that I will incorporate and produce. Next, we have the design analysis. I created the diagram from the design thinking to easily see the plans and process that I will design. For the concept board, Palma is the design concept that I want to produce for the renovation of an old home that is soon to be their everyday home away from the city. From this design concept, it's inspired by the coconut palms mixed with the experience of relaxation along the shores of the Philippines during golden hour. The design is greatly influenced by tropical modernism, a soft and modernist design that features high ceiling, a light color palette, abundance in greeneries, and openness of the space. With this concept, sustainability design will apply to all the materials and furniture that will be used. Also, natural elements will be incorporated into the interior, where it includes better use of natural lighting through large windows, doors, and open areas. And also, this concept will be used an analogous color scheme of green and brown. Green is versatile and ideal, and it transcends a sense of calmness, peace, and harmony, while brown, on the other hand, is an earthy color. It brings a feeling of warmth and wholesomeness, making the space look more comfortable. We have the furniture layout of the house. This is the first floor, and this uh, one is the second floor. Before I finalize this furniture layout, I address first the client specific needs. First thing that I considered about this design layout is to make sure that the space in each room and area is enough for their social activities, relaxation, and gatherings. Also, knowing what they want in their interior, because this is a way for me to think on my design concept and some ideas that I will use and highlight in each area. For example, this home office, like what Jerry wants to have in their new home, I put it on the corner after um, entering the lobby. I decided to put it there because it's a good place for him to focus on his work and easy to leave the house when he has a meeting to go on. Also, a formal and informal dining area since they want a separate room for their casual and usual gatherings. It's located after the living room and the foyer or the terrace area. And um, also rooms for their daughters since they are now older and they want to have a privacy area for their personal needs. And by that, knowing all the specific needs, I can start to finalize my layout, design, and concept for the whole interior. We have the reflected ceiling plan, this one for the first floor and this one for the second floor. In this lighting fixture, I mostly use lights that energy efficient and adaptable to highlight each area of the house. Next, we have the floor finishes. This one for the first floor and this one for the second floor. The flooring materials that I use in all these areas are mostly eco-friendly and cost-effective. Uh, for the for the mood board, I incorporated the materials and furniture that I will use in each area of the house. Um, a tropical modernist design um, from this concept. It has a warm, naturalistic ambience as what can be seen through the mood board. You can also see the color scheme that I specify in each area where I use mostly a lot of tone greens and browns, making it more approachable to the environment at the same time look natural and modern. For the elevation of the kitchen, I use an L-shaped kitchen that has an island attached on it. Also, specify the materials that I want to use for each corner. As you can see, it's a built-in cabinet and has a lot of drawers and storage. I use materials that are sustainable like wood and some marble tiles for the wall finishes to add drama for the kitchen. Next, we have a walk-in closet. Um, for this walk-in closet, I also use an L-shaped style of wardrobe. As you can see, it's also a built-in wardrobe with a lot of doors, drawers, cabinets that are attached on it. Also I make sure that there's a lot of space um, that they can put on it for us. And for the materials, I use wood for this and steel for the handles. And for the perspective of my design for this area, living room, dining room, master's bedroom, and terrace. Um, in my design, I make sure that it is an eco-friendly and sustainable interior design wherein you can feel warm, more comfortable, enjoyable to live in, and also to make sure that it will look healthier and safer when living in this kind of interior. As you can see in my design, there's a lot of wood and glass and plants I put in there because it's one of the characteristics of an eco-friendly and sustainable design where it has the quality of bringing nature indoors. And lastly, we have the specification sheets where it indicates the schedule of finishes, the selection of finishes, description of the materials, and its location on where I apply these products. For my main consideration in designing this overall interior, one of the things that I considered first is the products, materials, finishes, and furniture that I want to incorporate in each area because um, this way I can enhance the concept at the same time give solution for the spaces since it has a lot of rooms and open areas. And from that, it's easy for them to adapt of the natural environment. That's all. Thank you.